Yes, ladies and gents, it's Tom here from the West Ham Faithful, and this is the West Ham Faithful Daily Show. Plenty to talk about. I've got a special guest coming on, a good friend of mine. So let's get straight into it. Oh, actually, before I start, if you wouldn't mind, give us a like, give us a subscribe to support the channel. You can also find me here on Twitter. Just give us a follow. Plenty of opinion on Twitter, as it's the place for opinions. Now I'm going to bring my boy in. Here he is, man like Stephen.
What's happening,
How
Tom?
we doing, brother?
Yeah, not too
What's
bad, thanks.
going on?
Yourself? What's that, mate?
What's going on?
Not a lot, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
You been
Not
all right?
too bad. Yeah, same shit, different day. You know how it is.
Yeah, same shit, different day, mate.
At this moment in time, I'm enjoying the time off I got because my missus just had a baby.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much, man. I ain't been plastering it all over social media and stuff. When me and the missus have kids, we tend to keep it quite quiet. But yeah, so I'm enjoying the time off. I thought, you know what? Fuck it, might as well start a West Ham channel. See how it goes. I did have one previously, and I just didn't have the effort. I was doing videos, and I just felt like I didn't have the motivation. But this time round, I've gone round and I've spoken to a few other West Ham YouTubers. One notably, Mr. Gio from Amma's Chat, gave me a few tips on how to get my fucking Barney on it to cut it. He was just giving me tips anyway on how to make it a success and just how to keep motivated. And like the worst one is when you're releasing videos, like it happened to me before. I was only getting like 20-30 views and stuff like that, and I was struggling to get new subscribers. But this time around, I've got a plan of action. I'm planning on doing things professionally, and yeah, hopefully I'll make a success of it. But anyway, more to the point.
I've got every faith you will, mate.
I hope so. Anyway, Stephen, it's nearly 3 minutes into the video. Shall we talk some fucking West Ham, shall we?
Well, of course we should, mate.
as it's the daily show, might as well.
Yeah.
Let's get started with Scamacca. He arrived in London last night via private jet, I believe. And when he arrived, he arrived to a group of West Ham fans at the airport, which he then gave a load of autographs out on West Ham merchandise. I mean, it looks like that's done now, innit? Scamacca's here. It's got to be done. I mean, every fan, the famous words are, I don't believe it until I see a picture of him holding the shirt. But come on, there's got to be everything but the dots to the I's and the crosses to the T's, right, Stephen?
It's got to be. I mean, this story has been circulating now for like the last 2 weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
Straight after the Broja story came the Scamacca.
I think Scamacca come out just before Broja, but I mean, Broja's been linked with us since January last year. But like, the way I've seen it is that I saw news about Scamacca just before Broja, and I got my hopes up about Scamacca because I'm not like a fucking Serie A expert or anything, but I do like a bet. And Scamacca was a player that when I've got my bets on and I've got Sassuolo on it, he kept on popping up and I kept on seeing him score. So like without actually watching him physically quite a lot, I saw like from a personal level a few months back what he was doing in this area. And then upon research, like what he did with Genoa the season before was pretty much the same. So Sassuolo loaned him out to Genoa. He was successful and then put him in the starting lineup at the start of last season. He scored 16 goals.
Yeah, 16 goals, yeah. It's quite an achievement, really. I'm
going to raise this point, yeah, because I've been seeing it a lot on other other West Ham channels and Twitter and Facebook where a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I hope he's not a Haller 2.0." Now, just because of his height and build, you can't compare the two. Yeah, you've got Haller, who played in the Bundesliga, which everyone knows the Bundesliga is all about goals. The only teams who manage to keep clean sheets are the big boys, like Borussia Dortmund, like Bayern Munich, like
Leipzig.
Red Bull Leipzig. Like these are all teams that those are the only teams who end up getting clean sheets. Everyone else tends, like you see it in the German league. Like I said before, I like a dabble with a bet. You see in the German league, there's always goals on both ends. Do you know what I mean? There's always, or one team will completely dominate the whole game and win 3-0. Do you know what I mean? Or yeah, so that's what I noticed about the German league. Now the Italian league is famous for its defense. Yeah. Now, to take a striker out of the Italian league who was successful. Now, people keep on talking about Simone Zaza as well. People need to remember that Zaza used to play for Juventus.
Juve, yeah.
One of the best attacking outputting teams in the Italian league. It's easy to stand out for a team that's creating everything. I was making the same point about Napoli as well. It's easy for them, for their attacking players to come across as really good when they ain't. When you've got a player who scores 16 goals for an average side, he's decent. It's like having West Ham signing him and him scoring 15, 16 goals this season. Everyone will be like, "Oh, who's this guy? He come out of nowhere." No, he didn't come out of nowhere. He's been doing his bits for ages. He's just, I am genuinely overwhelmed with excitement and the fact that we managed to beat PSG to his signature. And furthermore, there weren't no problems with him saying, "No, join West Ham."
Yeah, that's it. I mean, for the noises that I've been hearing on Sky Sports and that, apparently Scamacca's been well aware of West Ham for the last few months. Yeah. Apparently he's done their history. He's done his history on West Ham, and from what I'm hearing, he has been saying that he's happy to be a part of the West Ham family. He's happy to be a part of the club. He knows the history. He knows how the fans operate. You know, so when you look at it that way, all boxes are ticked in that respect.
He fucking speaks English as well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he apparently speaks quite good English.
Yeah, so that's gonna be easy for him to settle, isn't it? Oh, well, mate, yeah. I'm so hoping he's a success. Like as you and I both know, we've had this conversation about Haller before. I was a fan. Yeah. I did like him. Yeah. Not many people did, but Geezer's got talent, mate. We just didn't play to his strengths, innit? Yeah, Nicky from West Ham Fan TV will probably want to avoid this video, but mate, he was decent, man. He was decent.
I'll be honest. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to lay it on the line. I was not a big fan of him. I'll be honest. Like the way he strolled around, he was lazy. He was bum idle.
I noticed that towards the end. Towards the end was
one thing I do respect him for is the fact that he wanted a transfer away from the club and he didn't make no noise about it. Like he didn't start throwing his toys at the pram. He didn't start going on strike. You know, it wasn't like a pilot situation or anything like that, or even an Arnautovic situation. You know.
Yeah.
So I do respect him for that.
From arrogant players, really. As far as Haller's concerned, he knew as the moment David Moyes came in that he wasn't fancied. He knew he weren't fancied. I think David Moyes made it clear that you need to run more, and Haller's like, no, I stay on the shoulder of the last defender and I run off of him and I shoot and I score. That's what I do. I don't come back and tackle. You will catch me in defensive set plays. You will catch me inside the D on the halfway line. That's where you'll catch him.
I think a lot of Haller's problems were as well. He kept a lot of traits that Pellegrini had installed into him. So where Pellegrini didn't want him making them runs and doing all the running. Moyes is the sort of manager who he likes his players to work.
Yeah.
You know what Moyes is like. If you're
Yeah.
not a runner or you're not a tracker or anything like that, you're not getting in that
But
team.
this what brings me to my next point about Scamacca, yeah? The next point about Scamacca is Scamacca likes to drop in and have wingers play off of him. So he will come a little bit deeper, receive the ball, and then he will knock it out. He will do a flick, or he'll hold it up, wait for someone to make a wrong, and then try and put a through ball through to break the line of defence. That's what Scamacca does. Haller didn't do that. Haller would get the ball and then stand there dithering, waiting for someone to. And to be fair, at that time, our winger, even now, our wingers ain't that fast. But imagine what Haller and Bowen can do together. The runs that Bowen makes, and Bowen is rapid.
Yeah.
He's going to get that ball deep, flick it on. Bowen's off, gone. And Scamacca is fast enough for a geezer who's 6'5". He's fast enough to catch up and probably be on the edge of the area by the time Bowen's cut that ball back across. Mate, it's a recipe for fucking success, isn't it?
I mean, I don't want to jump the gun too far.
As I'm on this platform, any West Ham fan that is watching this right now, if you don't back Scamacca, you're a fucking idiot. Back him. Don't get on his back as soon as he misses a fucking opportunity. Don't say Zaza 2.0 or Haller 2.0 as soon as he has a fucking bad game. How about you back him? It's amazing what happens to players when you back them. It's amazing.
It is amazing. It's amazing how they transform themselves completely.
Yeah. Look at Ben Rama from the first season. Everyone was on his back. On the second season, people laid off of him. And look at his stats. People are only talking about him when he gets brought up, yeah? The geezer had done enough last season to earn his place on the left wing. He has. Yeah. I'm sorry. 10 goals and 6 assists is enough goal contributions. And I don't care whether he's wasteful. I don't care on most other people's opinions of him, to be honest. But from what I see is if you're producing, leave the guy alone. Praise him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you know what?
All right, his performances could have got him 30 fucking goals last season.
Do you know what? Yeah.
But when you're being used as the most sub player in the team, you can't expect them kind of numbers. Really and truly, Antonio got his 10th goal of the season on the last game. Ben Rama did it, and he was injured for 2 months before the end of the season. Put that into perspective. One's a winger and one's a striker.
Exactly, yeah. But do you know what, right? While you're on the subject of Ben Rama, yeah, I see a report in it, right? I see a report. I don't know how true it is, but I see something that apparently Ben Rama's been talking to Moyes, yeah, to adjust his position. So instead of playing as a winger, he wants to play as a cam.
As a centre attacking mid.
Yeah.
But here's the problem with that, because now you've got Ben Rama, Fornals, Lanzini, and Vlasic, who all want to play that same position.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, mate. I do get what you're saying.
And let's put it bluntly, Moyes prefers Lanzini over Vlasic, and I'm pretty sure he'll probably prefer Lanzini over Ben Rama as a cam as well, because Lanzini don't mind dropping deep.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem, isn't it? You see. So I mean, on the whole, it's
if that conversation's being had, I can guarantee David Moyes has turned around and said one thing and one thing only.
No,
I'll give you the opportunity, but you got to fucking run, mate.
Yeah, you see. Yeah. Me personally, I could just imagine Moyes just miss thinking it, dismissing it in total.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Because that's the kind of person Moyes is, isn't he? Moyes don't like being pressured. It's like I'm the governor, not you. What I say goes. Do you know what I mean? Like
we all found that when the whole fucking West Ham world was putting pressure on him to sign someone in January, and he signed no one.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? In ways, I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him.
Oh, we needed players, man.
We needed players, but we needed players
Even just a fucking, we should have done like a similar to Craig Dawson. We needed to find an underappreciated defender that is overlooked at the team that he's at, that will cost us nothing in wages and transfer fees. Look at both Vlasic and Kufal. Both players know what Vlasic and Kufal and Dawson. Yeah, both played for teams that were relatively like they're okay spot, but obviously like Thomas Suchek come from the same team, but Kufal wasn't a name that people heard of when they heard of what are they called again? Slavia Prague.
That's the one, Slavia.
So when people spoke about Slavia Prague, everyone thought Thomas Suchek, that other Holzek, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Holzek, yeah.
So everyone thought about them. No one thought about Kufal. So if anything, Kufal was a starting right back for them, but because no one had heard of him, he had no reputation or anything like that. He cost pennies, and we signed him up for pennies. Thomas Suchek was a bit more. Thomas Suchek was a bit more expensive, but his wages in essence were pennies. That's why when he signed his professional deal from the loan deal, he got a massive pay rise.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because I think he only joined on loan, and on loan his wages were something like 16 grand a week.
Yeah, he joined on loan, didn't he? And then we bought him.
Anyway, moving on to the next point. As we were talking about Scamacca and him arriving in London, one of his mates, or it might not be a mate, it might just be somebody else, arrived with him and jumped into a car, and all the speculation around West Ham world is saying it could be one of a couple of players, the most likely being Kostic, considering, as like you pointed out, he's got the same agent as Scamacca.
Yeah, same agent, yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry, I'm going to stop it here. Is it Scamacca or Scamacca?
It's Scamacca.
It's Scamacca, really? Yeah. So I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, so he's got the same agent as Scamacca. He's got the same agent as Scamacca. And, yeah, it seems like, from what I've heard, if it is Kostic, he's here to discuss personal terms, which will be done at the same time as the meetings with the boards about the finalising personal terms and signing contracts with. No, actually, not even signing contracts. Mr. Fabrizio Romano released that he has signed his contract, and his medical is complete. So there's can't be no fuck up here unless PSG come out with a €15 million bid.
Or Newcastle.
Oh, don't. Did you see my video yesterday? I had a right rant about Newcastle. Fucking wankers. I will mention it again. I still think they're wankers for what they did to Burnley buying Chris Wood. They're wankers, mate. They're wankers. Dirty tactics. But what would you expect from people who are owned by blood money fucking Arab bastards?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But anyway, so let's say it could be Kostic.
Do you know what, mate? Out of the other two unknown players, or the other two players that have been circulated, I think Kostic would be the better bet. We all see what.
I think most likely Kostic is the main bet. The other two names that have been thrown around are Raspadori from his teammate from Sassuolo, which some people have thought, they got in the same car. He's got to know him. Do you know what I mean? But the way these things work, like I wouldn't look too much into it. Or it could have been that geezer from Zelensky, that geezer from Napoli. But I heard reports on that this morning saying that Rob Newman is working hard to get a deal for that done. West Ham and Napoli are still far away on evaluations. I think we're about 20 million difference between. They want 40, we're willing to pay 20 to 25.
Yeah.
But words that ain't normally put in the same sentence as West Ham is, for some reason, West Ham this summer is spending money. They're splashing the cash. 30 million on a Gerd. I know Flynn Downs didn't cost much, and I know Areola didn't cost much, but a Gerd and and Scamacca, them two
Scamacca,
by
yeah.
themselves is nearly 70 million. Adding, let's say another 20 million for Areola and Flynn Downs, so that would take it up to about 90 million. And then if we're looking at fucking Kostic for between 10 and 15 million, that takes it up to 95 million. And
Look.
from what I'm hearing, mate, that's not it. That's
No,
not it.
yeah, I'm hearing as well. I mean, all I want to say is just don't wake me up from this dream. I mean, I'm liking this. But
It was a
Sullivan.
nightmare at the start. It was a nightmare at the start of the week with the whole fucking Jay Lings fucking debacle. And
you know what? I don't
am
even want to hear that
disappointed.
name.
I am disappointed. I really did want him to join West Ham. I loved him when he was here, but from the way things have gone, like if you make a gentleman's agreement with someone, you fucking keep to it. If you're going to be a snake and go behind, like West Ham's obviously had conversations with Jesse and said we're going to offer you this much, it's going to be on the table.
Yeah,
and he's obviously agreed to it. And then Nottingham Forest have come in on the 9th hour, on the 11th hour, and fucking put in a stupid wage bid. And as people are saying, oh, he's only on 120k a week or whatever, that's 120k a week basic wage. Yeah, that's not including his signing on bonus that they're going to pay, because obviously he's probably signing on bonus is probably going to be about 10-15 million. So
yeah, mate.
In essence, you think about it, so he's going to get an extra, say, between 60 and 80 grand on top of his basic wage, which will take him up to about 180 to 200k a week. Yeah, no, that's a money motivated move. I'm not interested in that. And as well, if anyone tries to tell me about footballing decisions and that being a good one, he's joined for 1 year. He's joined for 1 year, Stephen.
Yeah, 1 year. And the thing about
year. And that's for footballing reasons.
It's madness, because they haven't got no option to offer him a new contract after that 1 year's up. So,
yeah, no, I've heard that Lingard has given them an agreement to renegotiate if they stay up.
What does that tell you? If Lingard's pulling the strings.
If Lingard comes into Nottingham Forest team, starts banging them in left, right, and centre, when that contract's finished, he's leaving for a better team who's going to pay him the same money. Yeah. It's as simple as that. I just hope all this is the last we hear of him. I hope he fucking retires and fucks off and does his thing in the MLS with his fucking TikToks.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I mean,
but yeah. Anyway, I'm cutting the Lingard shit short, because I spent enough time talking about him yesterday, and he just boils my blood. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to where should we go from here? I think there's one more talking point off the top of my head. Well, we've spoken about pretty much everything I've written down, but quick question. What's that?
This thing with this Kostic, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you evaluate it? Like, do you see it as being a good move for West Ham? Because I'm not being funny. We see what he done to us in Europa League last season. He ripped us a new one in both games. He ripped us apart, right? So, bearing in mind he's 29, I believe. He's come out and said that apparently according to what's his name? Is it Mauricio on Sky Sports?
Darmish.
That's him. Yeah, apparently according to him, Kostic has come out and said that he likes the idea of West Ham. He admires West Ham and he would like to join West Ham. But obviously, when you weigh it up, like Frankfurt are in Champions League next season. Yeah. You know, if he does leave Frankfurt, this is probably going to be his last big money deal, before he retires. So, like, where do you sort of lie on the fence with this one?
Well, I touched upon it yesterday. If I was him, I'd see it as I will have Champions League football next seasons for 6 games, and then I will be in the Europa League. And the way I put it across to my little brother yesterday is that you got to, either way, the Europa League is a more prestigious tournament than the Conference League. And
Yeah,
the only worry I would have is, like you said, this is his last opportunity to get a big pay rise and a big move with a signing on fee and whatever. The only worry is, like, I think I said this in the video yesterday, that we have all sat here and slated Lingard for chasing the money, and it makes us a bit of a hypocrite to then turn around and welcome a player who's going to be joining us for the money. But in the same sense, you could kind of counteract that argument by saying, well, he might just want a new challenge. West Ham still have European football. West Ham can offer him more money, but maybe he wants to be on the main stage of worldwide football, which is the Premier League. So it all depends on his personal aspirations. In my opinion of the move, I fucking hope it goes through, mate. I like Kostic. He was good, like you said, ripped us a new one last season. But he's the only problem is there's zero sell-on value, because by the time his contract's up with us, or if we try to sell him before his contract's up, he's going to go for less than half what we pay. So he's not really one for the future, but one for now. My main issue with the whole thing is, regardless whether he joins for money or whatever, anything like that, that don't really bother me at the end of the day. Well, it does, like I just said, but it's like, it's a different sense from Lingard and Kostic, because obviously Kostic is going from knowing he isn't going to go far in the Champions League. He's going to end up in the Europa League. But West Ham obviously still have Europa League football, whereas the JL guy, that dickhead, he had the opportunity to have European football, but he chose money. So it's different. But as far as Kostic is concerned, as long as he's played as either a left winger or a left wing back, then I'm happy. I don't want Moyes trying to make him a left back, because he's not a left back. He's not. He's got enough defensive traits to work in a 5, but not enough to work in a 4. Yeah, that's my observation of him anyway.
And also, he has got some pace about him as well. And I also read up on I also read a stat up about him the other day. Right, last season in Europe, he was the 3rd highest for assists, behind Messi, and there was someone else, but it was Messi and someone else. So
Mbappe or something like that. I did see that.
He's in good company, right? With the people up there, So
they called him the assist king. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also he's got a goal in him as well. He has got a goal in him as well.
Yeah, he scored against us, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think it was. I think he scored in both legs, actually.
I think he did. Yeah,
I think he did,
because the second leg, I was so pissed off by the 30th minute. I can barely remember anything of the second leg. After Cresswell went off, them Carlsbergs went down like nothing, mate. I think I drank 4 pint cans of Carlsberg before half time, and Cresswell got sent off in like the 20th minute. So it was at 25 minutes, I had 4 pints down me. By half time, I was wrecked. I was in my front garden, fucking smoking and fucking feeling to cry.
I was down my fucking caravan, mate, pulling me fucking hair out. Yeah, I got left anyway.
Mate, I remember when he got sent off, I was screaming. I was sitting there watching it in my kitchen. I watch my football matches in my kitchen because, obviously I've got 3 kids and they're fucking loud. And sometimes when West Ham's on the fucking 7:15 kickoffs, 7:30 kickoffs, whatever, my missus tends to be watching the EastEnders and the Hollyoaks, so I fuck off out the room, can't bother with all that.
Yeah, don't blame me, mate. I don't blame you.
All right, mate. Well, we've got one more talking point, and then that's it for today, unless something else something else happens later on, which I've got a message back by my little brother and co-host. He's now back from shopping with mum, and he said that he didn't even know I tried to. Oh, fucking wanker! Tell you watching this? Fucking sort it out, mate. Sort it out. Let me down, bruv. I wanted to release this video at like 2:00. It's nearly 4, mate. Yeah. There's an open public message to tell Tezza. But yeah, the last talking point, mate. Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas ain't going away, apparently.
From Leicester.
Yeah. The left back. 21-year-old. He played about, I think, between 20 and 30 games for Leicester last season. He's 21. He's available for 20 million. Yeah. He's English.
Well, yeah, he's English, yeah.
You buy
him? To be fair, I'm going to be honest, right? To be fair with you, I haven't watched much of him.
No, I didn't watch much of the last season.
But I do recall a couple of seasons ago, I think it was the season before last, he was riddled with injuries.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know though, because the way you got to look at it is him being 21. If that was 2 seasons ago, for example, he would have been 19. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. His body wouldn't have matured. His muscles wouldn't have been proper set yet. Do you know what I mean? Every geezer, especially thin athletic ones, will come into their own body at a certain time. Do you know what I mean? For example, me, if I showed you a picture of me 5 years ago, I was a lot thinner. I looked a lot skinnier. Now, nothing's changed with my diet apart from I drink more beer. But I put on weight and I filled out. Do you know what I mean? I'm a lot bigger as a person. If I was to play football with a bunch of geezers back then, I got there would have been a lot more of a chance of me being muscled off the ball. Whereas now I could hold myself more. But that was just my body naturally, my metabolism naturally slowing down. And some people, they have it or they don't. Yeah. In my opinion, if that is true, which I don't know, and you're just trying to go off memory. So if that is true, then I'd give it the benefit of the doubt for the simple fact that he might have not grown into his body yet, sort of thing. So from what I'm seeing though, if he did have 20 to 30 appearances last season, that gives me a good indication that he might have got over his injury problems. Listen, if Antonio can keep his legs fucking going, then anyone fucking can. Anyone can do it.
I admit that.
If you've been told you can never walk again, Mickey Antonio stayed fit for a season, mate. You get out of that chair, brother. You get out of that chair. You get me?
He's the living proof of it, isn't he?
Yeah, mate. But yeah,
I will say one thing for that Luke Thomas though. That Brendan Rodgers he rates him highly.
Yeah.
Apparently, he in training, he's always one of the first ones in on time.
Yeah.
So he's got
good motivation.
Yeah.
The way I see it,
good character. He's a good character around the dressing room as well. You always need that.
Yeah, and we've got quite a few of them at the moment, innit? Like you think about it, you hear Pablo Fornals is a good character. Declan Rice is a good character. Cresswell's good to have around the place. Dawson, you saw that when Declan Rice first come back from his holidays in that video.
He jumped in the gym.
He jumped all over Dawson and was like, "Big Dawes!"
Yeah.
Right, now you got Flynn Downs in the place as well. That's another English boy. Like the way I see it, mate.
Not
20
just an
million
English boy, but a West Ham boy.
Yeah, he's a West Ham boy. Oh, yeah. Mate, I'm so mad about that. One West Ham fan retires, another one gets employed by the club. Let's just hope he can be a success. Do you know what I mean? But the thing is, even from me, if I was to say I got signed I was in his shoes, in other words, I would be happy to sit on the bench and playing Europa League games. I'd be like, I'm living my dream right here. Like as a kid, I used to dream about fucking walking out into Upton Park and hearing all the fans scream. Do you know what I mean?
The bubbles
Yes,
as well, and
singing "I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles." Oh, mate, it's just, like that. Just that for me,
I think it'd
like,
be any kid's dream.
well, any West Ham fans' dream. But
Yeah,
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 like
yeah.
for the simple fact that if I know I'm here and I stay fit and I carry on doing what I'm doing, carry on progressing, because Flynn Downs is still very young.
Yeah, he is.
And he can take over. Like, you got to think about it. And I know no one wants to talk about it, but Declan Rice will leave eventually.
Yeah, unfortunately, he will. We know that. He might not be saying it, but I think he knows it as well. I mean, I see a video that he done on Sky Sports the other day.
Yeah.
And he basically just came out and said like he can't help the speculation around him, like surrounding the big teams. But what gave me encouragement was the fact that
He then turned around and said, "But I love to play for West Ham." And put him on the shirt.
he openly stood there and said that like as much as he can't control the rumors, he's not in any hurry or he's not under any pressure to leave. You know, he loves the club, he loves the fan base, he loves the team. That gives me a bit of encouragement, like, and what that's telling me is if West Ham can go and win Europa League Conference this year, right, and if we keep spending the money and bring in some more high profile players to work around him, Boeing, Soucek, right, I think there could be a slim chance that he might look at it and think there's like a program going on here at West Ham, and I want to be a part of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You mean projects?
Yeah, like a program, a project. Yeah, under Moyes' guidance, like, and under Rob Newman, even that Mark Warburton, I wasn't too overly impressed with him when we brought him in, but now we've brought him in, I can sort of see why we've brought him in. Like, if you know what I mean, I can see why we've done it. So all in all, now it don't seem that much of a
having a first team manager on your backroom staff is fucking brilliant, mate.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
like that's the best way to look at it. Don't look at what he did before. And then, to be fair, he was quite successful at Rangers. And although everyone knocks us SPL, like I think Rangers, he was part of the process on getting them back into the Scottish Premier League. So like he's got a lot to do with that. But yeah, it's all my opinion when it comes to Declan Rice is that when he needs Declan Rice needs the team to show ambition. They need the owners to go out. He needs the owners to go out. And as far as it looks, if West Ham sign Scamacca, Kostic, Agerd, Flynn Downs, and Areola, plus a couple more,
I'm hearing about is it what? How do you pronounce his name?
Onana.
Onana. Yeah, apparently we've made 3 bids for him. But Lille are still sitting on the third one.
Fourth one went in, didn't it? Yeah, the fourth one went in.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay. I've been trying to keep the whole Onana. I'm not trying to talk about him too much because I don't know nothing about the French league really. I didn't know fuck all about a Gerd. Is he worth 40 million euros? No,
he's not.
He's a sub player. He's one of their subs. Like, I don't understand. Yes, he's full of potential. Yes, he could be better than Declan Rice one day, but he's not. We would not charge 40 fucking million for a 19-year-old Declan Rice, would we? Or a 20-year-old Declan Rice, would we?
Wouldn't.
We wanted to keep hold of him because he was a prospect, right? So we kept hold of him, we built him up, and he's done his thing. That's why Declan Rice is now worth 100, 150 million, whatever price tag. To us West Ham fans, he's fucking priceless.
To us, he's a Rolls Royce.
He's a Rolls Royce.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But like, obviously, this is something. This is something that really gets on my fucking tits with other fan bases, right? Because, and it's mainly the so-called big teams, right? So the other day, I had some Tottenham fan messaging me, right? Because I put a
Yeah.
post up about Rice, right? He's messaged me. He's gone, "Oh, Rice ain't worth 150 million. He's won nothing. You overrate him." And I sat there and I thought, mate, you got the cheek to comment on Rice, but yet you think Harry Kane's worth what he's worth.
Yeah, that's a bit
What the fuck is it?
contradictive, though, isn't it? That's what I
Yeah,
mean. It does make you laugh because let's just be fair, and I'll happily put it all over YouTube. I'll say it with chest. Tottenham fans are bellends. They're
yeah,
idiots.
they're deluded.
I don't. I said this to. I did say this to Terry yesterday. You cannot understand the hype of a fan that has bottled everything. Your team has bottled
Yeah.
everything. Yes, you've got a world-class striker, you've got a world-class midfielder, you've got a world-class goalkeeper, but you ain't won fuck all.
Oh,
You
unless
can't
you're
even
including
win the
the
Carling fucking cup, you cocks.
unless you include the fucking Aldi Cup.
Yeah, they won the Audi Cup, and
You
didn't
know,
they win? Didn't they win some pony cup with their friendly
yeah, the other day.
with Rangers, yeah, and they went
Yeah.
up there and started calls it. So it's like all I heard for that. I don't like Rangers fans for the
Mm,
simple fact that my granddad was Scottish, come from Glasgow, and he was Celtic,
yeah,
and my family background originates from being Catholic, and so yeah, I've
yeah.
got reason to support Celtic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of
As
course,
far as
yeah.
but every time I've ever met a Rangers fan, I've just thought they were bellend anyway. But
Mm.
anyway, to the point. West Ham fans went up there. There was videos going around of West Ham fans in their pubs singing and fucking
Yeah,
drinking with a Rangers fan. Tottenham fans
that's
go
right.
up there and fucking start a riot. Well,
They even
what make Tottenham fans think they're so hard as well?
the Tottenham
I
fans
don't
apparently were
understood it. I don't
weren't they
understand.
booing the Tottenham fans were booing the minute of silence as well, weren't they, or something?
Yeah, something like that. For it
Yeah,
didn't show respect to. I think
fighting the police and shit.
they didn't show no respect to. I think it was either an ex-player or someone to do with Rangers who was
Yeah.
important to them. But yeah. Anyway, Don, man like Stephen, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to call a full stop. We've been going for nearly 45 minutes now,
Fucking
and
hell.
I might be getting my little brother on for a second show. We're going to have to come up with another name for it because it can't be the Daily. This is the Daily. This is the Daily Show. But anyway, before we go, I'd like everyone, if you enjoyed this content and you would like to see more of it, please give us a like and subscribe. If you're ever interested in coming onto the show and having a chat with either myself or Terry, Tezza, the little prick who was out shopping with his mum today, yeah, then just get in contact with me via via Twitter. I'm trying to get my banner up. There's my Twitter address there. Just drop me a DM. I'll happily arrange a show and have a decent chat. It's quite easy to come on these shows, ain't it, Stephen? All you do is just let me
mate.
talk about the topics and give your opinions, isn't they?
That's it, mate. That's it. It's easy as that.
But yeah, so I'm sure you're going to be seeing Stephen again at some point. Probably sooner rather than later. But yeah, I've got plenty of these shows coming up. When the season starts, I'm going to do my reviews at the end of the games and stuff, and I'm going to just have a weekly show where whoever comes on is, I'm going to have my brothers and so on and so forth for regular shows, and yourself, and I've got a few other people in the pipeline that might be willing to come on. Yeah, and as things progress and the channel grows, hopefully we can get more actual like West Ham, like less West Ham fans, more people who've played for West Ham and stuff like that. Trying to beg Tony Cotty at the moment, please come on, mate.
Hey, you get Cotty on that will shoot your views up.
If I got Tony Cotty on, I'd just sit there like, you all right, mate? I find it a bit hard to talk. But if I was to do anything like that, it'd be just specific interviews about the players and their times and what they think's going on with West Ham at the moment. But anyway, yeah, like I said, please like, please subscribe. And there's one thing left to say, Don, come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons. Tom,
Let's
thanks,
have it.
mate.
You're welcome. Anytime, brother.
Yeah.